Alright guys, what we have here today is another new kit. We've got the YMS-08B DOM test type. The Principality of Xeon prototype mobile suit from the Origin Mobile Suit Discovery line. Now I sort of looked up what the MSD actually is, and basically it's what this is. It's kits that we would have never seen before, prototypes that we would have never seen before in the cartoon. So they're just kind of giving us the ability to, well, see things that never existed. And gives the creators maybe a little bit of freedom, like what it would be like to have a DOM that, was a prototype. We never saw that. We got to see them in action. Never got to actually see what they came from. So, of course, what we have here is that. So let's take a look at the box art for this guy. And it is pretty. If we saw the previous Gundam local type, really neat looking artwork. I mean, it definitely shows off this. I mean, I love that, you got the eye and you've got the two different reticles there, and they just look like they're really glowing. Like, just this box art is beautiful. It's just so cool. You got the giant, I guess, hyper bazooka charging up, ready to shoot, at some Earth Federation guys. You can see just how powerful these thrusters are moving around. And you get the big red stick that DOMs are known for having. And we got down here, of course, it's HG. We got Gundam HG, The Origin. It's full of Origin over here, guys. It's definitely got some Origin in it. And it's official Bandai product because that's what we buy. We give the money to Bandai because they are lords and saviors of plastic models. And on this side, you get the obligatory front and rear shots because that thing is impressive. Look at those legs. Holy crap. Leg skirts like no tomorrow. The biggest feet, I think, out of any particular mobile suit. It just wants to be. And of course you give it, maybe a little bit of manga or just some kind of artwork there with a little bit of a read up on it. And of course it's in Japanese and I'm not, so. But we got here, I can see it says YMS-08B. He's obviously talking about this, and then YMS-07, so I'm guessing there was something before this DOM, and it is the next version of it. And then you get, a little bit more read up here. Gundam The Origin.net. Go check that out. It's got a lot of information on these things. Of course, more read up. Nice little animation drawing there. Probably a prototype drawing. Then, of course, you turn the box this way. It's just a repeat of the top of the box art. BandaiHobby.net, along with GundamInfo.com. Actually, it's Gundam.info. I don't read. But come here to this bottom part of the box. You get some great action shots using that bazooka. Very much like the top of the box art. And then here, you get the big red stick. That's not a beam saber. It is just a stick. And then, of course, you got some read up here. And as this says, here's your gimmicks. It can look, apparently, the eye itself will be able to move. I look forward to that. And here it says ankles do ankly looking things. Right here, it just says body unit. I honestly don't know what that is. I can't see. It looks like there's a difference. Like, yeah, okay. So there's like stickers here, not stickers there. Maybe it's an effect part. I don't know. Haven't built it yet. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, you get your weapons. You got your bazooka and you got your big old stick. Stick inserts in the backpack like this. It looks like it's being lightsabered to death. Here you got your trigger finger, brofist, open hand. And then you go up here and markings. See, this actually says markings, so this will look better if you put stickers on it. That's exactly what it says. And as for stickers, as we've been talking about in a lot of the kits lately, there will be lots. All of these white lines. They're all stickers. I may hand that over to my girlfriend because she absolutely loves stickering things. And then we come over here to the obligatory things. I don't know what they are. This almost looks like a person with a toilet. Maybe it says don't flush. Maybe it's a recycle. Kind of has a recycle vibe. I don't know what it is. The illustration is by Yuta Otani from Planeta. Thank you. That is amazing. Same person who did the other Origin thing. And this, I assume, says don't stick anything in here in your face. It will kill you. Don't do that. But let's go talk about ST. 16. I don't know what that is. But I did find out this last number right here, that's how much money it costs. That is 2,000 yen, which is roughly 20 bucks. I paid probably a little bit more than that, but who cares? It is an awesome kit, and this is great box art, except it's upside down, unfortunately. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and build this guy because I have a feeling it's going to be a really cool kit. I have never built a DOM before, and I am excited. So, let's cut to that awesome build music. Alright guys, here we have the DOM test type completed, and this thing is, well, I, I don't even know what to say. It has big skirts on its feet. This thing it's really cool. I mean, it's my first DOM I've ever made, and I feel like that's a strange joke that I don't really want to go into at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I'm really getting impressed with this Origin line and just the way that they can pose, the articulation. It's just different than all the other HGs I've ever built. I mean, most of the HGs I've built are, you know, a few years old or re-releases, things like that. Almost no new ones for the most part outside of the Build Fighters line. And this thing, it's cool. I mean, all the other Xeon suits, the Zaku's, the Goofs, you know, they're all basically the same thing. This thing is not. It's a little bit different. You know, I mean, we can look at it here. I mean, it's it's just it's just a crazy suit. Very different type of mobile suit for Xeon, you know. And I dig it. I really do. I like the design. What I'm really not necessarily digging about this kit is the color. If I'm totally honest. All the box art, promo images show it as a much darker charcoal or black, and it may even be coming across that way a little bit on camera, but it's more of a brown, more than anything. And, well, I guess it's not that bad, it's just not what I expected, so it let me down just a little bit. But overall, I like the kit. You know, and I've added plenty of details along the way, but we'll get into it. And just as, well, all the other kits we've been talking about lately, stickers, guys. Plenty of stickers. You got all kinds of little warning markings down here. You got a big old Xeon and the O2 with some extra warning stickers here. Little warning stickers here on the big old feet. Warning stickers up here. Got a Xeon sticker with another O2 there. Stickers all across whatever this little, I guess, might be a cockpit, little cockpit windows. The stickers there, little warning stickers up here. Little bitty warning sticker right up here on top of the head, right there. Even that little eyeball, that's a sticker. Well, of course, that's kind of a given with some of these. I'm going to turn this guy around. Sticker. More stickers. This sticker right here. More stickers here. These are the only stickers they had you put on early, because these right here on the backpack, those had to go on a lot earlier. One thing that's not a sticker is the big old red stick, but we will talk about that later when we get to the toys this guy comes with. So we can actually look a little bit closer. Check out the head, and it's pretty cool. I mean, once again, I'm more used to Zaku's. I mean, while it has a little bit of that Zaku-ness, you know, it's got the eyes, and it's got the mono eye, it's got the little snorkel mouth. The hoses are very different. I like this kink right in the middle. That's just a cool little design aspect. And it does actually have the same kind of, I guess it comes maybe in most of the new Origin kits. It's got the turkey neck. You know, it can totally, instead of just pivoting, it can turkey neck. It can actually look up at a decent amount. That's pretty neat. I like that. You know, so it's got a ball joint here and a ball joint up here, but a hinge kind of in the middle, so it actually allows it to move around and move forward and kind of, you know, it can do a full 360. There's nothing getting in the way of it, unlike the Goof. It can look up, it can slide way back like this and kick way forward like, what you say? What'd you say? Yeah. Okay. There is, you know, something I really, I'm kind of upset about, guys. This eye does not articulate like I thought it did. Even in the box art, even in the instructions, it says this eye can move. With the Origin Zaku, there's actually a mechanism that when you turn the head, the eye turns the direction you're turning it. Not just with it, I mean, it actually moves on a little gear system. This one, I think, was supposed to have it, and, I mean, it even said it in the box art. And it doesn't. It just, you can position it. It's kind of on its own ball joint in there, so you can turn it. So if I didn't have the plastic visor piece in there, you could move it around individually. I guess that wouldn't be too big of a problem. But that's a minor disappointment for me. I'm going to go ahead and take off the big gun because it's going to get in the way of articulation. So let's talk about the arms. You've actually got some interesting pivots here. So these chest bits, they move in and of themselves, so they can get way out. Each arm, pull around this way, has that big swing out poly cap, just like that. Old school kind of HG design. It doesn't have the upswing, but I guess in this one it doesn't need that. So really, this guy can just totally, you know, do this nice, yeah. You can do that kind of maneuver. So that's kind of cool. And then the actual shoulder armor, it's on its own pivot. That's pretty neat. And it's got very Zaku-like shoulder arms here, which have their own hinge right there. And then you come down a little bit, you get the nice bicep rotation, which, you know, almost all things should always have. And it's got the nice Origin double elbow joint there, so it can bend really, really well. Of course, standard hands, that's never going to change. But if you did see there just for a second, this hand is just a little bit different. It's got a little kink there to the ball joint, so the gun actually kind of can tilt a little bit. That's not that big a deal. You get down to the middle bit, you actually get some swivel, though some of the bits get in the way. Of course, if you have the big stick on the back, it gets in the way too. It can actually rock back like this and actually kind of ab crunch in on top of itself. So it can do something like that. Which I don't know why you would do that, but you can totally do that. Then again, you know, sometimes I'm worried that I misbuilt it. And though it's really hard to see, I actually painted through here because it was just kind of this armor brownish color, so I added some dark gray aspects there. And then of course here on the chest, just talking about it, silver right here around the little bitty chest vents and on the chest dots. Actually every dot anywhere on the armor, I put a gray dot. So you may or may not be able to see that with this color. It's hard for anything to stand out, but let's get down here. You actually get some nice side skirt articulation. So whenever you decide to do splits with your dome, you can kind of, oh, look at that. You can totally Jean-Claude that. That's amazing with feet that big that I can actually do the splits that far. So that's pretty awesome. Then you get the standard, you know, normal front skirt articulation. It's actually really stiff. These, unlike normal side skirts, which have the dual ball joint system pegged in, you know, by the front, this is all the crotches, one big solid piece for the most part. And these actually, you can just sort of see right up in, don't look up the skirt of the dome. There's a, it just pegs right into the side there individually. So these are already split, so I didn't have to do that. The legs, they got, you know, they're the standard, you know, plugs in there. You got your poly cap on, swivel there. You got the upper thigh rotation. Big chunky knee. It's actually, there it is. I knew it was in there. I just had to get to it. Yep. Huge double jointed knee. That thing is ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this knee bend. That is just, it can kick itself in the butt surely because the foot is so damn big. And then you come in here, and this is something I forgot to point out on the other Origin kit. It has a slide in here for the crotch, so you can actually pull the legs forward, like the whole thing forward like that. I don't exactly know why, but you can. And so now, see how far forward they are? That's different. Believe me, it's a difference. It's a new thing, guys. Trust me. So I don't know if that's just for leg articulation, which would make sense because you can pull it this far up and get that good knee bend in there. I like that. Now, of course, back here you just get the solid butt skirt, and actually I really dig the way that looks. I painted a couple details. Once again, kind of hard to see just because it's gray on gray, but you know, a little bit dabs of gray here and here just to break up that obvious, you know, monotone color scheme. And just to talk about it back here, these little plates here, just painted those silver just to break up this beige. It looks whitish on camera, but it's a beige color. And I'll talk about that in a second once we get past the giant legs, which is hard to do because they are so damn big. It's hard to get past them. So much articulation in these feet. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, standard ball joint up here, and then it's just a swivel with another swivel like that. And this thing can go everywhere you want it to. It's just, you can almost turn the foot a full 180 degrees around underneath its own foot skirts. And then actually down here, you got these little movable, you got these little bitty movable thrusters because you want to move those around sometimes. And, you know, gave those a little bit of, you know, silver with some blue touches. In the bottom of the feet, did something similar. You know, painted some gray and some silver dots in here. Made those big boosters underneath the feet stand out a little bit. And, you know, while talking about the sticker detail earlier, and this is a major one, because you can skip this step if you really want to, and honestly, beginners probably will want to. All of these white lines, all of this along the leg skirts, the skirts, the shoulder skirts, okay, shoulder armor, those are all stickers. And they are a huge pain in the butt. I'm not even going to pretend. Those were not easy in any way, shape, or form. I think the easiest one was this one right here. The very first one I put on. Probably the easiest. You got to line it up just perfect. And then you got to line the next one up just perfect. And this is one sticker that wraps all the way around to here, guys. That's not easy. And it's not exact. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's cut exact, but you have to put it exactly where it's supposed to go, or else it will not work. This one was actually pretty easy to line up in and of itself. These legs, they took me forever. I mean, if I didn't point it out, you probably wouldn't even notice. I mean, that gap is supposed to be there. That's not a mistake. This is lined up about as good as I could get it here. This right here, unfortunately, this whole front sticker was such a pain in the butt to put on. It's actually too low. It should be just a little bit higher. And there's actually supposed to be a gap right here. It's the same thing on both of them. But since I screwed it up on one, I had to screw up on both, technically speaking. And I accidentally split this one right here. Yeah, so you can see that right there. I accidentally split it. It's so hard to maneuver big, long, skinny stickers like that and try to precisely lay them down. Just not an easy deal. And then, you know, just right here, just pointing this detail out. I painted all that in there, including the little silver bit. It didn't need to be painted. It could have stayed that color, no problem. But I just kind of carried that over from the Zaku I just finished. Same thing with these elbow joints. Didn't need to be painted. I just wanted to do it. All these little details in here. The feet, right down in here. Can't even see it because it's so much shadow in and of itself. Just that part in there, painted that gray, just because it was the same silver, and I just wanted some color separation. And if you watched any of my other videos in our YouTube group, or I'm sorry, Facebook group, color separation is the key word over here, guys. So let's go ahead and look at some of the accessories. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put them back on a stand for this. And it does have the standard little peg hole, but I believe it actually does have the poly cap in there. So it will waller out eventually over time. So you don't want to be taking it off the stand too many times. Let's pull out the big red stick. Oh, look at the big red stick. This is not a beam saber, guys. It looks like a beam saber, but it's not. It's actually just a big stick. I've never actually seen it in action. I just know it's basically not a beam saber. It doesn't light up, nothing like that. It just wants to beat things to death. And actually, it's got a little bit of a curve in it right here. It's not supposed to be there. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop it because you didn't need to see that anyways. But then just a couple little gray details there just to break up the other gray. So we'll set that aside. And then we will talk about this. This is an interesting thing. When you looked at the box review earlier, it was talking about chest parts or main body. And there is a difference. You can actually choose what chest you want. You've got this one, which is very, very Zaku-like. But then you get this one, which I guess is actually very Goof-like. It's a little hard to see there. Reflection just doesn't quite get in there, but there's actually a clear bit with some red stickers on it. I wish I'd painted it now because those stickers are coming off, but that's okay. You know, hindsight is 20/20, right? Then it comes with some extra hands. Like I pointed out on the box, comes with the slappy hand, or the just open palm for the left side. And it only has one for the left side, guys. Sorry. I know everybody wants to have the right bitching hand. So he's like, oh, I am dumb. Hopefully I didn't just break something. Actually, that is... I'm going to pull back because that's a cool looking look. Let's set him back just a little bit more because he's kind of running out of his own light there. Then it also comes with the standard semi-clinching fist there for the left side. So you can hold... well, actually, he doesn't have very many weapons. let's be honest here, the only thing he really needs is his big red stick. So, he gets his big red stick of doom. He's almost, you know, I could easily see somebody wanting to do this as like the Darth Vader look. It'd be fun. Because he's already got the skirt, so just add a cape. It would be cool. So, I'm just being dork here at this point. So, we got some Dom. Slide him back just a little bit, because I need a tiny bit of room for this big old thing. Yeah, that is a heck of a bazooka. I I mean, it doesn't seem like a standard bazooka, because it is a square end. Hold on, let's see. There it goes. Yeah, it has a square end. So I'm guessing it's like an energy. It's hyper bazooka type. And yeah, really bad nubs under here. I totally admit that. This was end of the night. I kind of was giving up. I mean, I can clean these up again later on, but I mean, it's underneath the gun. You're never going to see it. You know, I broke it up. This is all one color. You know, just gray around here, some gray down here, some silver highlights. And it's just really, you know, everything just looks gray. Believe me, I understand. And then you get the cool little reticle. Oop, I'm not in my... can't even see it. This gun is so big I can't even maneuver properly. So you get the reticle back here. Painted that red. It's supposed to be reddish, pinkish, purplish color. Is what it is. We'll look at this side because there's some extra details here. So you got the light, which it looks like an old school like radio and flashlight or something. I don't know what's going on there. I assume somehow it can look through that to see the thing it's trying to kill. And you get the trigger hand that's just for that gun. I just kind of leave it on there, and in fact, it will peg in. I actually kind of dig that. You know, you can see it right here. It has a peg for, I guess, if somebody's going to hold it in the left hand, even though, or maybe it's just to keep that thumb from moving. I don't know, but it does actually peg in. No big deal. You just rip off the other hand because that's what you do with your little HGs. You rip their hands off all the time, and then they, you know, if it was Toy Story, it would be pretty terrible. We'll plug it in there. I mean, you're kind of limited on some of your positions. Not gonna lie, the gun itself can move. It's got that hinge. You can bend the elbow just a little bit, but you kind of want to keep this crook right there over the shoulder bit. Oh, he's leaning forward, sadly. You know, he's like questioning his what am I doing? What am I doing here, guys? And then you, let's see if we can play with the poses here. Get this knee up a little bit. Get that knee back. And pull the bazooka up like he's actually going to try to kill something. And that is pretty sweet, isn't it? I mean, I like the design. I wish it was more the colors that it was kind of advertised at. I mean, I'm not going to say they lied about the coloring. Bandai has had some issues with colors of their kits in the past. The original Rosen Zulu specifically was really bad about not being the right color when it got to the kit. But overall, I like this guy. Get yourself one. It's really cool. I don't know if it's based in like the Revive DOMs, maybe. I don't know. Or if it's out of one of the other kits, or it's like a brand new one. I know it's not an old design, as it were, but I really like it. Might pick up a few extra down the line. Maybe it'd be good for good army building kit. So that's it for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I like building it. I really like the design. Go get you one. They're actually not, you know, not very expensive at all. And I did actually pick this up from my friends at DNA Comics in Humboldt, Texas. So they got good, well, everything nerdy there. And now they're selling Gunpla. So this is a really fun kit, guys. So this is the Dom. I am Shoky, in case everybody's wondering how that's pronounced. And you guys keep on building.